Okay, so type 4 factor label is where you have a distance unit squared or cubed, and I want to show you something. 1 foot equals what? It really does. It really does. How about that one? I promise you, if you put 12 there, you're not even close. And if you put 12 here, you're really not close. Because if you think that a square foot is a foot, that's where you're going to make a mistake. So let me show you how to do a problem. I'm going to pick one, okay? How about 3 cubic miles equals how many cubic inches? All right, I'm going to show you a trick. Now, I consider type 4 to be a little bit harder than the other ones, but here's how we do. Here's how I'm going to write the given. 3, now, who's being cubed? 3 miles or both of them? I'll show you a little math thing here, okay? Which one's being cubed? 3 miles or both of them? I'm going to show you something that your math teacher should have shown you by now. And some of you, this is why you missed some of the problems in algebra. Is this the same as this? If you say yes, that's why you miss some of your algebra problems. This says cube everything in there. Cube the 3. Cube the miles. This says cube the miles. You understand that? So they are not equal, are they? So what's being cubed here? The 3, the miles, or both of them? Just the miles. So I'm going to try a little trick on it. Watch now. What? What are you doing here? I'm going to write the given as 3 miles times miles times miles. What is a mile times a mile times a mile? Mile cubed, isn't it? Cubic mile. Ah, now watch. What label has to go away? It has to. Not miles, what is it? Miles times miles times miles. Oh, look at this. Now, what's my goal? My goal is to get to where?
Inches.
Cubic inches. How am I going to do that? Do you know how many feet are in a mile? And if you don't, I'll have it on the paper. How many feet are in a mile? 5,280 feet. Now watch, if you understand factor label, doesn't this part right here, doesn't the thing on the top have to equal the thing on the bottom? Does it or not?
Yes.
Then I can use it. Wait a minute. Well, here, this is not true. You cannot use this. 1 foot does not equal 1 mile, but what does? Oh, I have to write it again. Yes. Yes. Now watch what happens when I cancel. What am I in now? Don't say feet. What am I in now? Don't say feet. Cubic feet. Is that what I want? Then I gotta get rid of it. How do you get rid of cubic feet? Feet times feet times feet. Now, where's my goal? Where am I going? Wait a minute. I think we're getting close. All right. What am I going to put here? What kind of numbers am I going to put here? What do you know that's equivalent? What's equal to what? 12 inches is 1 foot. What about over here? 12 inches is equal to 1 foot. How about here? Okay, now, watch now as I cancel. What is the only label left? What's the only label left? Don't say inches. It's inches times inches times inches. Wait a minute. That's what I wanted. Ding, 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 ding. That's what I wanted. I wanted cubic inches, didn't I? Wait a minute. If I picked up my calculator, I think I'm going to get this price right. Okay, let's try it. Ready? What are you going to put in the calculator? Everybody try it. 3. Times this. Times 12. Times 12. Times 12. Okay, now I made this problem up, so I don't know what the answer is. So raise your hand as soon as you think you have the answer. Some of you are a little faster with the calculator than others. Anybody have it? and we're going to put scientific notation around to 3 sig figs. Can I give you a clue? If you went 3 miles, if you have a mile that way and a mile that way and a mile that way, that'd be 1 cubic mile. And can you imagine 3 cubic miles? Whoa, that's a lot, isn't it? And what's a cubic inch look like? I'll bet there's a whole lot of cubic inches in 3 cubic miles. It better be a huge number. I mean, huge. What do you have? Wait, I can't hear you, sorry.
7.6.
I'm sorry, start again.
7.630.
Lockers. 7 what?
7.630 times 10 to the 14th.
Give me the second 2 numbers.
6.3.
6.3? 7.63 times 10 to the 14th? How many people got that? Oh, it's looking good. Looking good for you. Everybody get that? That is huge, isn't it? 10 to the 12th is a trillion. 100 trillion? 700 trillion? Okay. Now, real quickly, go up here. Does anybody know how to do this problem now? That's a baby problem. We'll do it anyway. 1 square foot equals how many square inches? Let's see if we can do that one. How do you start it out? What's the given? That's the given, right? What are you trying to convert into? Wait, I gotta get rid of this. See how this is working? See how I'm getting rid of those labels? And wait a minute. I do know inches and feet. I do know that 12 inches is 1 foot and 12 inches is 1 foot. And oh my gosh, look at this. The only label left is what I want. Okay, so what's the answer? 144. 1 foot is 12 inches, but 1 square foot is how many square inches? 144. Anybody happen to know what this is without doing factor label? This was 12 to the first power. This is... Do you guys know what 12 times 12 is? 144, isn't it? Do you know that's what gross? That's gross. If you're a business person and you have a dozen, do you know what they call a dozen? A gross. Whoa, a dozen. That's 144 of them, right? And what about this guy? What's this one going to be?
1.73.
What is it?
1.73.
Oh, give it to me, not in scientific notation this time.
1.7.
No, it's big. Don't give it to me in scientific.
1,728,000.
Wow, 12 cubed? Do that again. Do 12 times 12. Do 12 times 12 times 12. What do you have? 1,000 what?
728.
I wish I could hear. What?
728.
78?
28.
28. I got it. Thanks for taking your mask off. Okay, now. So anyway, what's interesting is when you see a distance unit and it's squared or cubed, you have to treat it a little bit differently, don't you? So what do you think? Think you're ready? Certification simply means, I'm going to work to see if I really know how to do this kind of problem. And if I do, I'll come around and put my initials on there. And that means you're certified. And you said, that's right. I should be certified. I know how to do that problem by myself. Now, you may use your notes. This is not a quiz, right? Everybody will be certified. If you have to stay after school, you will be certified. You get it? So you're going to do this until you get certified. You get it? You're not going to get out of it. It's like, oh, I guess I only got a 10 on that one. No, you get to come back and get certified. So, all right, if you pass these out to everybody, please. If you want, you just take one and pass them out, or just take one and pass the whole pile around. I want to make one correction. When you get yours, there's one correction. All right, I'll wait till everybody gets it. This is not a quiz. You got it? You can use your notes. You can use your calculator. I'm gonna get you off to a really good start today. Oh, I know. Was there a pile of papers on your? Yeah, see that? Take one of those and then give everybody else. Just pass them around. But did you get one? Okay. All right. Now, if you would take the certification papers, everybody see the one I just gave you? The one that I gave you, one of the sheets is called a review sheet, and it actually shows an example of every type. And even at the bottom, it does some mole stuff. Remember the mole thing? So anyway, you can use that sheet too. But if everybody will take this sheet right here, put your name on it, put your name on it, everybody put your name on it. And the next thing I want you to do is flip it over. And when I had somebody type this for me, they said 1 year is 365 days. I want you to change that to 365.25 days. So on the back, over here where it says 1 year equals 365, put 0.25 days, all right? All right, I would love to get you off to a good start. So I'm gonna help you a little bit, all right? Number one, some of you, I think you caught on. It's just you've never been certified. You have never had to prove to me that you know how to do these problems. I don't care if it takes you till Tuesday after school or if it takes you Wednesday morning. I don't care if it takes that long, but I want everybody to know how to do these problems. Number one, look at number one. Write down the given. Tell me what the given is. J3, what's the given in number one? 3. Factor label usually has a label. 3 seconds. 3 centuries, right? 3 centuries over 1. Is everybody okay on that? What's the given on number 2? Let me ask Rachel. Rachel, what's the given in number 2? Yes. Okay. A little tricky one here. Sean, what is the given for number 3? 5 what? Centimeters? Like that? Like that? Okay. And if you want, how else can you write 5 cubic centimeters? You can write it like that, or like what? And I advise that because you're kind of new to this. You get it? I think that's what you should write to your given. You get it? All right, let's flip it over. What is the given for number 4? What is the given for number 4? Hayden, what do you think?
1 kilogram.
Say it.
1 kilogram of
And it's not 1 kilogram. It's 1 kilogram of what? Iron. All right. And who wants to do, Thomas, you want to do the last one? What's the given for number 5?
120
How do you write that, though?
mph.
I know, but how do you, on factor label, there's a little trick to that, right? What does miles per hour mean? It means 120 miles. What's per mean? What's per mean? What? Listen, say it real loud. This is the 3rd time she's answered this question. What's per mean? Divided by. So what's the given? 120 miles what? Per hour. Now, that's a pretty good way to start. If you don't start out with the right given, you have no way of getting this right? I'm going to show you one more. I'll show you one more. Go to the review sheet, and I see a problem here. Number 4, it has something to do with atoms and moles and grams, doesn't it? And remember that, look at the bottom, look at the very bottom. Tell me the 3 equivalents that you might use in this problem. So we go up here, and you always start the same way. Now this is about iron, so what's the first thing I'm going to write? Look on the paper. What's the first thing I'm going to write? Uh-oh. You have to be able to write the 3 equivalents for any element on the periodic table. Look on, Charlotte, go ahead.
1 mole
Yes, 1 mole of what?
of iron.
Everybody see that? 1 mole of iron equals, go ahead.
6.02 times 10 to the 24.
Careful, I need a label after this. What always goes after this label? Atoms of what?
Iron.
Of iron. And here's the tricky part. The tricky part. How do you get grams of iron? Watch. M-A-G. Mag. Mole. Atom. Gram. Mag. Mole. Atom. Gram. Everybody see that? How do I get the grams? Who's gonna call him? Ben. You should know. How do I find how many grams is equal to a mole? This is the trickiest part. Look on the notes. Look on your notes. Look on the review sheet. When you get certified, you can use your notes, right? Where do I get this number here? Right here. How do I get that number? These two are always the same, right? 1 mole is that many atoms. I can do any element. But this is going to be different for different elements. Yes. So let's look up there. On the periodic table, it says 55.8. I'm going to make a little note here. I got that from the periodic table. What do you think? All right, let me show you the rules. The rules are you may only use equivalents that are here or any power of 10 equivalents you have. And of course, you made these, you can use those too. All right, so it says here, you get 3 points for the work. You get 2 points for the correct answer. It says you must use only the equivalents on the back and any power of 10 equivalents you know. All answers have to be in what? Scientific notation, rounded to 3 sig figs. And number 1, you better have a label down here. It's called a factor label, right? So what's going to go right here? Can we make sure you don't make that mistake? What's going to go right here? What label? Seconds. All right. Now, this is not a race. It's not really a race. It's like, do I know enough about this lesson to say, I know how to do number 1. I'm going to go ahead and do it right now. And I'll do everything right. And I'm going to come around. And if you do, I'll put my initials right there and you're certified. And you say, well, I should have been certified. And then you do number 2 and you say, well, that's a little bit harder. That's a little bit harder. I'll give you a clue for number 2. Can I give you a clue for number 2? A little clue. You're in the metric system here, but you have to get in the English system. Uh-oh. No, I think I gotta change the timing on that thing. A little clue here. Watch. See the guy right here? See him? Inches, centimeters, inches. Oh, that's my bridge. I can go from English to metric or metric to English. See that? So if I'm in the metric right now, I'll bet I'm going to use that. I'm going to go from centimeters to inches, aren't I? All I have to do is get down to centimeters, go to inches, and then go up to yards, right? Is that the way your brain works? Does your brain work like that? All right. Anyway, you know what? Please, I don't care if you only get 1 problem done today. That's okay. But sit down there, get your notes out, and work on it. Now, you're not allowed to look at anybody else's paper. So if I'll come around, I'm going to help you. If you still need some more help, I'm going to turn this off now.